Okay, so this is crazy, guys. In the last video, I was suggested a very fun and cool Ayato team called the Thunderstorm team. Massive shout out to you guys that are providing me these team comps with these names that are so unique and so fun to use. So in that last video, in the comment section, I got suggested another team, and there were plenty of people suggesting teams. Massive shout out to you guys, but there was one in particular that I picked out that I wanted to go ahead and showcase for this video called the Hailstorm team, and a massive shout out to Fox and a Teapot for the name and for this team consisting of Ayato, Ganyu, Venti, and Yae Miko. And let me tell you something, man, this team was tons of fun to run in floor 12 the Abyss. That's where I test all these teams out, and it worked out extremely well. So what I'm going to do in today's video is give you the build breakdown for what I have on my characters, so that way you have an idea of what I'm running with, and then we'll go ahead and showcase them, and you can see how well this team actually works and how much fun it truly is. I implore you, if you have these characters, go ahead into floor 12 of Abyss or wherever, to be quite honest with you, and try it out. I guarantee you're gonna have a blast. Let's go ahead and take out a look at the build that I have for these characters. So we're going to go ahead and start off with my boy Venti. I have him level 90, had Venti since the beginning of this game 1.0, and you can see the stats here: 35% crit rate, 145% crit damage, the animal damage bonus, the energy recharge is all there for you as well. Decent ratio, decent stats, not the greatest. We're running the elegy for the end on him at R1, and of course we have the 4-piece Viridescent set on Venti. So like I mentioned, I had Venti since the beginning of the game. I haven't made any tweaks or any type of changes to his kit and what I have build wise, because Venti's always been one of those characters as a support character that I just slap some things on him, and I'm usually just going for the bonus set and just let him run wild, and really just for the energy recharge and the shred, right? I do have him C3, got extremely lucky on his first banner, and I just was able to get him C3 luckily, and then 11, 8, and 2 really focus on the elemental burst, right? So that's my Venti. Ganyu, as you can see, 9, 9, and 9. C2 was able to get C2 for Ganyu, so she's looking kind of spicy. I have the 4-piece Wanderer's Troop set, and I've been making tweaks to her build specifically because I want my Ganyu to be optimized. I want my Ganyu to hit hard, so I've been making tweaks and little minor adjustments to mid-max my Ganyu, and it has paid dividends in terms of the ratio, which you'll see here in just a second. But I always love the 4-piece Wanderer's Troops. I initially had the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, but I switched to the Wanderer's Troop, and I got the Skyward Harp R1, so I slapped that on her, and it works out great. Love the Skyward Harp on my Ganyu, and here are the stats, level 90 of course, and then here are the details, because I tell you what, that little ratio right there between the crit rate and the crit damage, I have to applaud myself, pat myself on the back. I love it. I absolutely adore that ratio. Energy recharge looking pretty spot on as well, and then the crowd damage bonus of course. So Ganyu looking spicy right out the gates. Absolutely love my Ganyu. One of my most favorite characters to use in the game. So when I got suggested this team build, I was ecstatic. Now, Yae Miko, I showed this in the last video, but just in case you missed it, I have my Yae Miko at level 90, and she is pretty decent when it comes to the ratios for her. I haven't optimized it or mid-maxed it because Yae Miko is, well, she's now a character that I've been using a lot since getting suggested these team builds and using her with Ayato, but before I was using her sparingly. But you can see here 65% crit rate, 194% rounding up crit damage. We have 135% energy recharge. Really nice, not bad at all. You definitely want that energy recharge, especially if you're not running a Raiden Shogun, another battery alongside her. The energy recharge is going to be pretty necessary. And then the electro damage bonus, there you go right there. So now that I've been using Yae Miko more, I've been kind of thinking about min-maxing a little bit and trying to optimize this build. It's not bad, but it could be better, right? I do have the R3 Lost Prayers. I said R2 in the last video. It's definitely R3 for sure, and it works out really well. Probably my best catalyst that I can use on her at the moment because I don't have any really good catalysts outside of that. And then I am running the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. I mentioned this in the last video as well, but when it comes to my Yae Miko, what I'm really focused on is that her ult hits hard and it hits like a truck. So the Emblem of Severed Fate is going to allow us to do that, as well as a 2-piece bonus. That little extra energy recharge percent is nice for Yae Miko. So this is what I run on her specifically, and it works, right? And then, of course, I have her C0. I almost skipped the constellations once again. C0, and then you can see 8, 6, and 2. So I could work on those talents. Ayato sitting at 8, 9, and 6. C0. And, you know, it would have been nice to get some constellations, but you know how it is, right? And then with the artifacts, I'm actually running the 4-piece Heart of Depth set. And I am now in the process of farming the new set. Not necessarily stating I'm going to replace this 4-piece of Heart of Depth, because this is a good build that I have for him. And it's going to be hard to replace it. But I am now farming the new domain just to see how it works out. But you can see Hydro Damage Bonus Goblet. I believe we had the Crit Rate Circlet. And you can see the substats right there. That's why I mentioned it's going to be hard to replace them, because we gotten pretty lucky with this Heart of Depth set. So we'll see. I just wanted the new one to test it out and see how well it works, right? And so that's the artifact build. I do have the Mist Splitter R1. Got extremely lucky with that one as well on the pull anyways. And then level 90. I wanted to get in the level 90 for that extra crit damage with the Ascension. 54% crit rate, 223% crit damage. That's why I said this is going to be a hard set to replace, because that ratio is looking spot on for me. 130% energy recharge. And then, of course, the hydro damage bonus. So, Ayato's looking pretty nice. So, this team, the way I have them built and the way that I use them, it works out really well. And once again, all of these teams that have been suggested to me have just been a blast. But this team in particular works really well and is so much fun because of the shred and the grouping and the turrets. So, for example, the way I utilize this team efficiently is with my Venti, using the elemental burst, popping it off. There we go, popping off the elemental burst. And then I usually like to throw maybe either the taunt down, so the enemies focus on Ganyu's flower for the taunt, or I just go right with Yae Miko for the turrets to get those down, then do Ganyu's elemental burst, and then we go ahead and do Ayato's elemental burst. And that is why it's called the Hailstorm team, because you have Venti's elemental burst swirling with the black hole, so that's the storm. And then you have Ganyu's elemental burst for the icicles, and then you pair that with your Ayato's elemental burst, so that's where the hail part comes in. And then you have Yae Miko's turrets going down, and if you want to drop down the elemental burst for the lightning, that's where we get the complete Hailstorm team build. And it just does tons of damage. The energy that we get back from this is actually really nice. I didn't necessarily have an issue with getting my character's elemental burst up. Sometimes we ran into a bit of an issue if the rotation didn't work out properly the way I would like it to. So we may run into those issues from time to time, but all in all, it worked out really well and it was nothing but a good time. And that is something that has been a running theme with this character, Ayato. He goes down there. No, I forgot he went down there, but yeah, he definitely went down. But nonetheless, we powered through and we keep trucking along. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed a new team build out here, and please keep them coming. Let me know in the comments down below the next team that you would like to see. Let me know the characters that you run with them, and then let me know the name of them, and I will for sure do a video on them. But anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like what you see. And really quickly, massive shout out to the sponsor of the channel and this video, Gamer Sups. They're coming out with a brand new flavor here in 2 days from this recording, so the 27th of April. That new flavor is going to be off the charts, so make sure you click the link in the description down below. You use code FurtherBeyondGaming at checkout to get 10% off everything in the store, and it directly supports the channel so we can do bigger and better things, and your support means the world to me. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.